Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you two crazy games which I played on my own account on iOS. Now, these are those crazy games which you have, every now and then, where after you play it, you are like, what just happened? That's got to be one of the weirdest, craziest games I've ever played. Okay, so these are two of those games, especially the first game, and you guys have to see it. So, with that aside, let's jump into the first game. Okay, so game one we dropped in on Rome map, and I decided to start with my Revenant. My thinking here was I'm going to teleport to the right side when that guy gets close to the beacon. So you're going to see like multiple Revenants teleport to that right now. Things are going to get crazy, and I want you guys to pay attention to the next like 2 minutes. So we have a lot of Revenants on this right side. We teleported there, they teleported there, but take a look at the beacons. So right now, I believe they have 3 beacons. This side's being contested, but we started losing our home beacon. So this is where things get really crazy, because you're going to see our beacon bar. I want you guys to pay attention to how quickly our beacon bar is dropping here. So now at this point, we have no beacons. They got a home beacon. The only beacon they don't have is this right side. So we obviously do not want to give this up, because if we give this up, we're now 5 capped. I mean, even this situation is not a situation you want to be in, but being 5 capped is even worse. Okay, so we're trying to hold this beacon down for as long as possible. And I'm looking at the time here. It's like almost 2 minutes in, and we like literally don't have a beacon. Take a look at how quickly our beacon bar is dropping. So I'm like, okay guys, we need to like get another beacon like fast, like really fast. So I'm heading to center. I'm gonna turn to my left because I want to see what's happening. And I'm like, oh man, we can't even get our home beacon back. I got locked down. I don't have anti-control on this Revenant. So I'm running into center to get a beacon. We're now 2 minutes into the game. We have literally no beacon here at this point. So now I'm trying to capture the center beacon. Keep in mind that we've only captured 2 beacons this entire game. So the first beacon was the home beacon, which we lost. The second beacon is the one I'm capturing right now. While I'm actually fighting with this player, someone on voice comms told me there is a player on our home beacon who's almost dead. So change our plans. I ditch my bot. I drop in with my luchador. And my plan now is to take this guy out and get our home beacon back. Now, I know a lot of players don't like the idea of ditching bots. Some players feel like you are denying the kill, which I can understand. But one thing you have to realize is that in high-level, Champion League games, it's not about denying the kills. It's about the win. And players will kill their bots to hold a beacon down. And the reason why they do this is because if they have that beacon held down, their teammates can drop in to help them out. Now, if you give up a beacon, I can't help you out because I can't spawn there. So this is the reason why I always try to teach players to hold beacons down, because, you might be a weak player, but there might be strong players on your team, and they can't help you out if you don't hold that beacon down. So that's pretty much, where I'm going with this. You can see, obviously, my luchador is getting smoked here. But one thing you have to keep in mind is we finally got our home beacon back, so now the game is starting to stabilize a bit. Unfortunately, we don't really have a beacon bar to work with. So you can see that guy's going to get flipped. So now I'm going to move towards center. We need to try to push a 4th beacon here because, again, our beacon bar is so low, and the only way we can reverse this is really to get a 4 or 5 cap at this point. I mean, man, we gave up so much of a beacon bar. We're all in like panic mode. Someone told me that, they are going back to their home beacon. So take a look at what I do next. I sacrificed my Favnia for my team. So I'm going to fly straight onto this beacon. It's not about damage at this point or getting kills. We need to hold beacons down, as I said. So I landed my Favnia on their home beacon. The whole point of this is to delay them from changing this beacon and keeping it white. In the meantime, my clanmate in the luchador is making his way over to this beacon. So I'm going to go into flight, try to charge up and survive this. And in the meantime, you can see the luchador is making his way onto this beacon. So while we're trying to deal with this Revenant, I notice a Nodens drop in. So my thinking here is to get the attention on me, not the Luchador on my team, and also charge up my Mantis. So you're going to see me drop down my Mantis heal. So my teammate now has some healing, he has the shield, and at this point I decided to actually let him fight it out, because I need to help my other teammate here by the city. Okay, so we need to get this beacon back, we need to secure it. You have to keep in mind, we don't have that much time left here. Our beacon bar is dropping very fast, and I have to make sacrifices in order, for us to stand a chance of winning. So everyone is trying to ditch bots where we need to ditch, in order to protect our beacons. And, at this point, you're going to see a 4th beacon change. Okay, because I was actually going to go to center to see if I can, help out my clanmates. And then I realized, wait a minute, we have 4 beacons. The only beacon they have is our beacon on our side of the map. So this is a really crazy game. I mean, at this point, their beacon bar is starting to drop faster. Okay, so this is really good for us. The only thing is, they can technically still win. If they get another beacon, they can win. So we got to be careful of that. And we need to ditch if we need to, protect the beacon. So that's what I'm actually doing right now. So I'm ditching to protect the side beacon. Okay, this Arachi is trying to run beacons here, because remember, they need another beacon. They only need to really hold down like 2 or so in order to win. Well, at this point, probably 3. So I'm going back to our home beacon to try to get, that beacon back. They are also trying to get beacons. We're now at like 3, possibly 4 cap. We're going to get another beacon back, actually. Okay, so just keep an eye on the beacons here. This is just how crazy this game is. So you see that one beacon being turned. We're getting that beacon back. And I'm trying to take out this Favnia. So we have a lot of beacons turning. But this has got to be one of the craziest games. Craziest comebacks too, I've ever been involved in. Like, I've played a lot of games, and I don't think I've had a game like this before. So yeah, really, really crazy game. You can see we don't have a beacon bar left. And we managed to turn this around pretty much into a 5 cap. So, man, it started off terrible. And then we went into like panic mode. So you can see I'm just starting to throw my bots here, at this beacon in order to win. So this is kind of why I tell players, sometimes you need to ditch your bots in order to protect the beacon, because that could very well end up being a win. So you never know. So anyways, game number 2, we dropped in on Dead City map, and I started with my Harpy. So in this game, we're going up against Clan GODZ, a very strong clan. And, I'm looking across the field, looking to see what that player is in. I believe that's a Favnia. I was going to go to center, but then there was an Arachi that went straight for me, so I had to go into flight. Otherwise, this guy was going to do too much damage to me. I tried to put down a Firestorm here, which did quite a bit of damage too. So I need to actually drop down. The only thing here is I got kind of caught up on this structure. So I'm getting hit by this Favnia now. And soon my Death Survivor skill is going to kick in. It's a pilot skill which allows you to activate your ability, at 50%. And it allowed me to only just barely avoid my last stand getting triggered. Actually, that Favnia, his last stand was almost triggered. It's going to get triggered right now. And I'm going to get kind of aggressive here, push a beacon, because they are getting really aggressive on our right side. You can see that beacon is kind of being contested. So I'm on this beacon. He drops in with a Revenant. Now, I'm on the ground. Things aren't going to look good for me. My last stand got triggered. I'm actually going to target this other Favnia here. Try to get him down to his last stand. So you can see I'm trying to hit that guy. And I drop down to the ground, doing some damage here to this Revenant. And, eventually I'm going to get killed. So we're losing another beacon here. So this is kind of almost like deja vu, like the other game. Okay, so we're losing the right side. My clanmate needed help, so I dropped in with a Revenant. I'm going to teleport to that right side. I'd rather have like 2 players on a beacon holding it down just in case, because you never know if like another Revenant teleports onto that beacon, and then it's now a 1 versus 2 situation. So at least this way we now have 2 players on here. We have actually 3 players trying to get rid of this Revenant. So I'm trying to, get this beacon back. So we have 3 guys trying to take out that player. And I believe around about this time, someone in the squad was telling me that we need help on the left side. So I'm trying to deal with these players. Okay, and I had to stay on this beacon because Hammer, his last stand was almost triggered. And I was pretty much telling the guys, I need to help out, the other guy on the left side. So I'm going to move over to that side. They need to get onto this beacon. So we have this beacon now turned. That means my clanmates can drop in. I'm going to help my clanmate on the left side. So eventually I do teleport, to the left. I'm going to help my clanmate here. I'm also going to drop down a Mantis heal. So you're going to see me do that right now. So we're going to teleport, drop a heal down to protect, my clanmate, give him some healing. And we're going to deal with this guy over here. So, yeah, we've been having some crazy games, as you can tell. Trying to get rid of this guy. Eventually we get him. And now I'm going to go for the left side. So I'm trying to get within 350 meters here so I can teleport. Kind of put some pressure here on the left side. So they have a Revenant who's almost dead. They have another player there. So I'm going to teleport here, take this guy out. And then deal with this other Revenant. The only thing is, they started dropping in more and more players. So you're going to see a Favnia, fly in this direction. We're trying to deal with this Revenant, so we're trying to focus him down. So we take him out. I'm trying to take care of this Favnia, and then they drop in with a Luchador. So now we have 3 guys here. So obviously, this is not too good. I'm gonna get like squished by that Luchador there. So I'm trying to deal with him, and I'm like, okay, wait, he's got his reflector shield up, so I'm gonna like target like the Revenant. So we have our Luchador here. I don't know if you caught that, but I tried to teleport to the Favnia. I'm trying to take the Favnia out so he can't shoot, our Luchador. But he flew over to the other side. And now you see a lot of players, ditching their bots to protect beacons. I'm not sure if you saw at the bottom of the screen there. And this is kind of going back to, like, the first game. Sometimes you have to do that in order to protect beacons. And now I'm in my Luchador. I'm thinking, you know what, maybe I'm going to push the left side. Put some pressure on this beacon because we need a beacon here. That was kind of cool. That was not really intended. I don't know if you caught that, but I kind of hopped on that structure. I bounced on there, and now I'm trying to get to this Nodens. So we're going to try to take this Nodens out, get this beacon. So you can see the beacon is now changing. I caught glimpse of their Nodens dropping in by their home spawn. So our beacon bar is not that great. We do have a 4 cap though, and this guy just dropped in. So now I'm going to drop back onto this beacon. We're going to activate our reflector shield right now. So he's going to be in trouble because I'm going to have a shield and he doesn't have a shield. Plus he's getting hit by a Favnia. I'm going to put down a heal as well. And now we have a second Luchador jump in here. So what I decided to do was to drop in with my Favnia with flames. My thinking here is try to get these guys to charge me up a bit. So now that I'm kind of charged up, I took out one of their Luchadors. We're going to fly back onto this beacon. So a lot of beacons are changing. So take a look at the beacons. They're all flashing. They're going red, then blue, then red. I'm like, man, what beacons do we have now? Because, I'm capturing this left side. I'm trying to deal with this Luchador, but he's being backed up by that Nodens back there. So eventually I do take out this Luchador. I'm trying to fly onto this beacon. This other Hawk is trying to get onto this beacon. So what I do here is I drop to the ground so I have resistance. I drop the heal down, and then I'm going to ditch this to drop in with a Revenant to hold this beacon down. Okay, because we have a lot of beacons here. We're going to try to win based on beacon bar. So I'm trying to get onto this beacon. And again, this is just to hold this beacon. Even if it's white, that's good because then we'll have like 4 beacons and they would have 1. Okay, so that Orochi is going to go to our back beacon there. And now I'm trying to deal with this Revenant. But, at this point, for me, it's just about sitting on this beacon He's trying to push me off this beacon, so I'm going to try to push back here. And the main thing is just to hold and sit on this beacon because they need a beacon quick. So that's why he's trying to get onto the beacon. I'm going to teleport back onto the beacon. I actually took him out, so I'm holding this beacon down. They have 2 players, we have 5. And all of a sudden, you know, our beacon bar is now longer than theirs. So I saw that player. I'm going to go back onto this beacon. Again, it's just about holding this beacon down. He needs to kill me if he wants this beacon, and I'm not going to give it up. So 4 beacons, a beacon bar is now depleting, and that is going to be game. So 2 really crazy games which I wanted to share with you guys, and also a couple of tips like, you know, ditching your bots in order to protect your home beacons. Really important, and I hope you guys got some value out of that. So anyways, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and until the next video, I'll catch you guys later.